everyone. This is lesson 2 of the 2022 summer course that I hosted. Today I'm talking about sketchbooks and the importance of keeping them. What is a sketchbook? It is the most important tool in an artist's life. These are diaries of your life and your art journey. When you think about a sketchbook, you may think a physical book, but sketchbooks can be a digital as well as just scrap pieces of paper in a binder. Personally, for my journey, I like to keep traditional sketchbooks, but I am also someone who leans more towards favoring traditional pencil work. So, this is a preference that you will find yourself learning to choose. We will talk about recommendations later in the video. You may even have multiple sketchbooks, one digital, one traditional. There is no right way to have a sketchbook. It can be a book you buy or papers you have in a binder, napkins you draw on every day at lunch that you keep pressed away. I prefer books, but I have many little note sheets, index cards, or collections of doodles that I keep together from a time where that's all I had. A sketchbook is what you need it to be: a learning tool, a showcase, a journal, a reminder. Sketchbooks are a universal tool for all of us. We don't need any fancy materials. They're fairly cheap, so everyone can get access to them, and we can pull it out anywhere. What do you want to focus on? It can be filled with eyes, hands, personal illustrations, robots, things you see every day. I believe it is important to have a sketchbook on you every chance you get because you will have the ability to draw everything. The beauty in the world that may be overlooked, like the way the sun may come through the window, the way the rain looks on your street. Maybe you're going through a phase of just drawing trees, or you're into blind contour drawings and you really want to see what a person's face will look like or what a dog may look like. Maybe you just don't want to necessarily commit to everything you draw. You just want to draw. An important reminder for any artist is just draw. Use your art supplies. Do not be scared to use your sketchbook pages. Don't be scared to use your canvases that you've saved up. And don't be scared to use those paints. It is valuable because of what you are going to be making with it. It is not valuable just sitting there. Don't hoard anything. I know it can be a little bit hard to not save things. Don't be nervous to use it up. You can get more. The best part of sketchbooks is you can make so much, and it can be stress free. The more you draw, the better you will be, and by drawing these little things you wouldn't in a planned out illustration will make you understand that everything is interesting and worthy to draw. Everything can be art, and anything can be beautiful. And in the moment, when you choose to draw something, you're transforming that subject into being a little bit more interesting because it's through your eyes. Besides the freedom of creation, sketchbooks are also a great way to open your mind to new ideals. Ideals that may be great to make into bigger creations, and then sometimes just experimenting. Our minds can become so narrow when we're doing the same things every day that we just need to sit down and be a little less stiff and just draw whatever we want to. My sketchbook preferences differ depending on the need. For traveling, I like small sketchbooks, ones that I can utilize a spread of both of the pages. So, no ring binding for that one. It needs to fit into my tiny backpack. It needs to be for my big sketchbooks, which are my favorite ones. I prefer ones that I can take the pages out of. Because if I draw something that is absolutely fantastic to me, I want to be able to have access to scanning it and saving it, maybe even selling it in the future if it's really good. I don't have a brand I stick to, but I do like mixed media paper. If it's a thicker paper, it's my preferred. I also lean towards toned sketchbooks. My favorite sketchbook was a gray toned sketchbook. Toned paper is nicer to me because you can really utilize highlights and shading. It can really give your pieces a way more finished look, even though they're sketches. And you can get rid of mistakes a bit cleaner than on the pearl white pages. If you have never tried toned paper, I highly encourage you to do so. Sketchbooks are also great portfolio tools. We will be chatting about portfolios and the different types there are, but I highly encourage to put some sketchbook pages into your portfolio, some of your life studies and stuff. But again, there are different portfolios, so we'll chat about that at a different time. Sometimes your sketchbook will be your portfolio. For my younger audience, you may have seen this sketchbook got me into CalArts or something along those lines in YouTube videos. Seeing the work you are doing outside of your finished pieces are very important to some recruiters. They want to see you trying, experimenting, and learning. They want to make sure that you're beyond what you're showing in your carefully chosen pieces. Sketchbooks are also important because in the future, maybe not even in the distant future, you can look back and see your progress. As humans, we're very present creatures sometimes. We don't remember necessarily that we weren't what we are today. Yesterday, we were different. We think a lot about what's ahead, like, I'm not good enough yet. I'm not good. My art is mediocre. My skill isn't growing. Because we're watching everyone else's journey online. We see their progress and we forget that we also are showing progress like they are. Looking back at a sketchbook from a year ago, or 2 years, or even 3 years, you will truly be able to see your improvement. The pride that comes with that, and the ways this can get you out of an art funk. And maybe you'll even redraw some of those subjects. You are improving. Even if you can't see it, you will see it when you look back at this stuff. Be proud of yourself. For this week's assignment, I have 2 options. If you have kept past art, if you have old sketchbooks, pick one of your old pieces and redraw it. If you are new to art or you didn't keep your old things, first off, start keeping them. Secondly, just make a sketchbook entry. You can draw anything. Just make something and then show me in the Discord. Or use the hashtag DAT Art School. Or tag me on any of the social media.